Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner, and I got another knife video from the Vault case. The Vault case. So these are made by BRS, I think. That's where I found them at the shows. Vault case at the shows. BRS knives. They do a lot of Bally songs, and a lot of the Bally guys, if you're at the shows, they're all hanging out and flipping all day long, and they always have these very cool cases. And so this is a pretty cool case, and it is TSA approved, so you can lock it up. I don't know. I mean, I think someone's just gonna, because I think TSA's got a key that'll go in here and open it if they need to. But I think anybody can just grab this case and run. So it's not like you're got a lot of security there. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't usually lock it up, but it's a nice case, really nice case. I've talked about it before. There's different panels in it, and you can change out the kind of loops they have in them for different size knives. I've got them all set up right now for 10 knives, and my storage, which I really need to do something about, but my storage got overflowing, and so I had this case already. I usually carry it for like Blade Show. I'll take it with me and put my knives in it on the way back, because I don't take like high-end knives. This is flying, so TSA approved. So anyway, I actually bought it at Blade Show one year. But what I decided to do was to use it for storage and take my top valued knives, the highest cost knives in my collection are in here. Definitely not cheap stuff. Definitely what most people would consider high end, I think. It's kind of hard to say, because you watch YouTube and you see people on YouTube, and some of them have some really just $1,000, couple $1,000 knives, customs, that kind of thing. But still, I believe that these knives, and it's got two of these things here. These knives are pretty premium. Certainly for me. Certainly for me. And so I'm not carrying all. This is the Faulkner 5, so obviously I'm going down to just 5 of them. There's a couple of the ones in here that have been on Faulkner 5s in the past, so that disqualifies them. We always got to keep it going. Want to keep it fresh. 3 of them are from last year, purchase-wise. 2 of them are this year. Fairly recent. One of them is very, very recent. In fact, it bounced a knife. So what happens if I get a knife that fits in this category and there's one that's lower than it cost-wise, it gets bounced to what I call the premium case. And then there's this whole shuffle thing. So you put that one in the premium case, and you got to move everything down and down and down. Oh, it just doesn't. It's a lot of work. It can be fun, but I mean, it can be kind of tedious as well. Keeping track of everything. So you do have these kinds of things in the Vault case, and I think I have another. It isn't being too heavy, but then there's some down here that are smaller, for smaller knives. So if I'm carrying a Blade Show, I might be able to fit some in here as well. There's another insert here with a little zipper pouch. It's got a card from somebody I met at Blade Show. I just leave that kind of in there. But right now, I'm pretty much filling out 2 of these pouches, and they kind of get protected from each other, so knives aren't scratching each other up. So let's get into it. Let's get into the Faulkner 5. I guess let's work our way across. So yeah, this guy, I'm sure a lot of people that aren't, in the smaller knife category have looked at these things and thought, wow, that's an amazing knife. It's not USA made. I think on this set of 5, There's a couple from over in Europe. This is actually Custom Knife Factory. So it's got the CKF there. And this is the Evo 3.0. And so it's kind of odd because parts are made in China. They're assembled in Russia or somewhere in that area, Eastern European sort of thing. Not sure if it's actually Russia. In that area, though, a lot of great knives come out of like Poland and a place like that, Russia also. But anyway, so this is like a fairly highly, it's to my assessment from hearing people talk about it, is a pretty highly sought after knife. And I know I bought this from somebody who had to sell it in order to get money, and it's a sad thing. And he was selling it, and I said, you know, don't take less than what you're asking, because he was this is like a $730 knife. I mean, it depends on where you buy secondary market. You can go up higher because they're hard to find. But, you know, I said, don't drop your price, whatever you do. Give me a little while, and if so, no one else buys it. Because the main thing I wanted was him to be able to sell the knife. I did want to have the knife, but it was pretty scary to spend. I didn't pay $700 for it. I got a really good deal on it, but still a lot of money for me. So yeah, it ended up not moving. Sometimes that's the way it happens. It's funny because Satu Dave, who is Barefoot Bruisers now, it's kind of funny because he did a video this morning, or he put it out this morning, talking about last week, and he put out a bunch of knives on the table and said, let me know. I guess the people in that, because it's custom knives and stuff like that, really high-end stuff, they are watching his channel and they're all about the kind of stuff that he has. But other people that I've known are selling knives, and sometimes, you know, I kind of like say, hey, I really shouldn't, but if you need the money, or if no one else is going to buy it and you're going to drop the price because you need money, a certain amount of money, then please let me know. And you know, I got money kind of stashed around, not like under the mattress or anything, but I got different places where I keep money, and I could always kind of work things out. It's anyway, long story short, actually long story long, like I usually do, I end up picking up this one, and man, it is so cool to have. It drops so crazy. It hasn't got me yet, but it could easily do it. I kind of usually will not close it like this. I'll usually close it at an angle, so gravity is kind of not as scary that way, because it just, the action is unbelievable. I believe this has the double row. A lot of these higher end ones have the double row bearings. It is so smooth. Ash is so smooth. Fit and finish. It's got this bark pattern, which is beautiful. It's just very cool looking. It's really nice. And that hollow grind on that thing, just the grind lines are just amazing. Really, really nice. So yeah, it hasn't been a Faulkner 5 yet, which is amazing. I don't know if I've done, I probably did my Faulkner 4 with this in the collection for sure. And that was for Texas, but I'm not sure if I've done one, or maybe I was just you know, kind of dropping myself down from the premiums. This time I'm going all out. All out, top of the line. So the Evo 3.0 is the first one. Now, next one. We're skipping the Medfords. Got a couple Medfords in here. I know people are, I mean, I like Medfords, and I've seen like on Casey Knives Fast live, somebody brought up Medfords, and everybody's talking about that's garbage and all that. And, you know, I totally, you know, I have no problem with other people's opinions about stuff, but I do like Medfords. I got a couple, but they're smaller ones, and I got them, you know, in the secondary market because I don't like their price. I think they're really expensive. I don't know if they're worth that. I mean, you talk to Greg, and yeah, it's definitely worth that much money, definitely. But for me, as far as and they talk about, oh, we'll just save up the money, and that would be a lot of time saving up, and yeah. So skipping the Medfords, moving on from there, and I got the Shiro Goroff that I picked up this year. I guess it was last year. Must have been at the end of last year. California Custom Knife Show. Another one. This one definitely has the double row bearings. It is so smooth, and it is a Russian knife, and I don't know if you call this a mid-tech or what it is, but the fit and finish is amazing. You guys ever watch like some of those channels? There's a couple channels out that I've seen where they buy the fake ones of these, the whatever word you want to use for it. I've heard them call them replicas or whatever. It's basically knockoffs. But, and I'm not big on judging on it because really the knives that they show are so nice. Now I got this was from Recon 1 at the Custom Knife Show, so I know that it's legit. I know that it's not one I bought on the secondary market. This one I bought from somebody, so I have good knowledge that he's not going to be having anything like that. But this one is super smooth. Now this is one of the less expensive. I was going to say cheaper, but less expensive, let's say, because it is like a $625 knife. But yeah, Shiro Goroff, another one. Just people talk about it and ooh and ah about it. Oh man, I gotta clean this guy up. Should be taking better care of my valuable knives. Get the schmutz off there. Come on now. Yeah, it is just so nice, and the action is so good, and the fit and finish of the whole thing. I mean, it's kind of plain. I'm gonna have to get some actual alcohol on this thing, get it all cleaned up before I do the Faulkner 5. And then after I'm done, I will have to do it too, and at least give it a strop. I really haven't. I've carried it, but I haven't really cut tons of stuff with it. But it's a great cutter. It's a little bit of a what do you call those, trailing point ish. I don't know. I have to get the ruler out, I guess, and take a look. But if it is, it's very slight. I'm not big on the real. I mean, I would have one just for fun, but as far as the looks of it and everything, it's not really my thing to have a trailing point. Yeah, I see a little gap there, a little tiny gap. It's a big knife, It's got a wrong side, 4-inch blade, and most of these ones I'm talking about right now are pretty big knives. Yeah, the action. I mean, that's the real thing, and a lot of people talk about it, and I get curious when people talk in very, excited tones about knives, and I want to have one. And it's not that, and I want to, be able to. It feels so good. Have one in my collection. I mean, I want to be able to get one in my hand and mess with it a bit, but it's different when you actually own it. For me, at least. It's got a lock bar insert in there. Both of these do. Of course, it's all titanium. This steel is kind of a crazy one. It's called Chromax PM. You may or may not have heard of it. I guess it's got a lot of chromy and mum. I can't pronounce. Chromium in it. And I guess that makes it more stainless. Chromax PM. I'll get into more details on these because I'll be doing videos on each one, so I probably shouldn't go through every little detail on it right now. It'd be very redundant. And yeah, probably should move along on this thing because I got 5. And we're only on number 3, and the third one is from the first thing. Whatever you want to call these, flaps or whatever. This is, another one. Another one of those ones you always hear about, Chris Reeve knives. It's definitely where the first two are extremely bearing-y. Definitely, these things just move, and you can tell they're on bearings. Some knives you just kind of go, I wonder if it is or it isn't. And with these two, just the way they drop, you know they're on bearings. This one is the opposite. You know it's on washers because it has that glassy, smooth, no grinding, no nothing, no gravelly kind of feel. Again, messy. God, bad. Clean your knives, man. I mean, it's not like they're got anything on it that's going to make them rust or anything, but it's just like a little bit of something. Take care of those things. These are just works of art, really. A lot of these, especially up in this level. I mean, because the materials themselves aren't worth the money you pay for them. This is another expensive one, $600. But it's, for one thing, it's the brand on all these. For another thing, it's the just the machining on it. This has got such interesting jimping on it. This little tiny features. We'll talk about it more later. I'm going on too long about them. All right, so that's the first three of the Faulkner 5. These I finally just kind of narrowed it down. And we got two more, but they're on the next row. So I got to move these guys over. Next flap, or what do you want to call them. I'll leave them here. What do you think so far? Are they Faulkner 5 level? For whatever that means. All right, I'm on the next row, and I got a couple here. The Harsey folder was in a Faulkner 5, and the Heretic Wraith M was already in one. But the next two are more recent additions to the collection from 2025. So we'll start here. We'll keep moving the same direction down cost-wise. So a couple of smaller knives, but smaller in hand, but they have good-sized blades. And I talked about how these kind of are similar but different for sure. This is the McNeese. This is, the full name is the PM Mac 2 Gen 2 F Atomic. That's a lot. But it's pretty much Mac 2 Gen 2. I think that's probably the best. PM has to do with precision machined. I don't know what the atomic means. It's almost like an acid washed scale, but it's kind of got a green tint to it, which is kind of cool. And then acid washed also with more of a gray there. So it's a little bit of a two-tone. It's almost monochrome, but it's a little bit of a difference between the handle and the blade. Then we're again, US. So USA, these two are Russian-ish. This one's definitely Russian-ish. Then these last two so far are US. Yeah. So this one is another one, just the brand. How people have been really running to the tables at shows to get these, how hard they've been to get. I did buy this one used as well. So far, used, new, used. Especially on these expensive ones. I tend to have a harder time pulling the trigger when it's some thing that it's on a website. Even if I know that if I don't jump on it right away, I might get it. Now this one I bought at a show. It was the California Custom Knife Show. This one I bought from a website where they had kind of a drop. But I've been thinking about it for a long, long time. And this one, like I said, was used. And the used ones, for one thing, I get like at least $100 off, if not more, for these higher end knives. And also, it's just like it's an opportunity to someone's selling it for a reason, whether it's like desperate reason or just they need to buy another knife or want to buy another knife, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's the the McNeese. And last one was very recent. You've seen it very recently. And it's also coming up in that Spyderco collection. I keep promising to do that. And I was thinking about doing it today, but then I end up saying, well, the Faulkner 5 starts tomorrow morning. So, I haven't really decided what order to do them in. I'm going to think about it right now. We'll just make a decision. So yeah, still working on that middle finger flick on that, but it works. I mean, especially when you're trying to show it on the camera and do it, but with a different angle. Actually, it's probably just because it's on the camera. I do throw a little wrist into it, but the thumb works really well, and it really makes that awesome sound. This one, of course, is, unless you hadn't seen the video, the Slish Buoy from Spyderco. And these two are the two that I said were very close to each other. So anyway, we'll talk more about details. As far as where I want to, I mean, I recently got this one, so I probably will just start from this end and work my way down. In fact, in reality, as far as when I bought them, it's probably this. This is probably the longest in my collection, then this guy, then this guy. So maybe that's what I'll do. We'll start with the one that I've had for the longest and work my way to the most recent purchase. How's that sound? Sound good? All right. I think it's good. And, of course, it's 5 weeks. One knife a week, so I'm carrying 7 days straight. Full disclosure, I carry backups. I'll carry a slip joint also, and probably some days I'll have a fixed blade on me. So it's not going to be the only thing I carry. I'm not, willing to kind of go that far. But certainly it'll be my primary carry, and always my primary carry is the one that gets used the most, and it gets pulled out the most. Some days it's the only one that gets used. I mean, it's just that's the way it is. So that's it, guys. Faulkner 5. Been talking about it. We got 5 weeks. So what'll happen is 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. This one will get me to the week of the show. So the show starts on Friday. So this will get me to Sunday before the show. Then I got a few days, and then I'm going to go out, be traveling on Thursday. So it'll be 3 days there, which, I don't know what I'll do. I'm sure I can find something to carry. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you are excited about this. I don't know. Maybe you are. I'm sure some of you are. I am. So I'll be bringing along the journey with me. We'll be talking about it. Anything else knife related during this time, part of what is going to help me not buy knives, because that's the plan. That's the reason why I do this, is I got some things already in the box, meaning for giveaway. So I'm going to start I got something in the mail right now coming in. I thinking about some other things, so I'll buy some of that stuff. So it's not for me, it's for one of you guys, but that'll help me to get through the not buying knives thing. And yeah, I don't expect anything. I think I mentioned the wingspan from New Breed EDC. I always forget that name. And it should come in, but I can't count on it. There's just no way of knowing. I mean, with these pre-order things, you just have to kind of let it go, and it just shows up when it shows up. It's just the way it is. A lot of them are coming from China too, and I think things are a little bit delayed on that. And sometimes I got something from China, and it really wasn't too bad. I did pay extra for shipping. So that's like my first signs of trouble in the tariff land. So we'll see how that goes. But this one, by the way, we talked about country of origin. This one's a Taiwan. So yeah, it's funny that these premium knives, 3 of them are from out of the 3 of them, the 2 outside and middle one, are from out of the country, and 2 USA made knives. So, but all high end, very well known brands and very cool knives. And anyway, I'm excited. It's going to help definitely get me through. And then once Blade Show happens, it's gonna go crazy. I'm pretty much for sure that that's gonna be the case. So enough of this stuff. Wow, went long. All right, guys. I will see you guys on the next video. Oh, next video, Spyderco collection. See ya. Bye.